Hello children, and welcome to the EVS2 class. So children, uh, what is today's date? Today's date is 2nd of September. Okay, so we have already entered into the month of September and today is the second day. So children, we shall today do the recap of the lesson, the story of the past. This lesson is going to come in your unit test, and we have not done a revision of this lesson. So let's do a recap of the lesson, the story of the past. So children, I hope you are all ready with your textbook. You follow with me, you watch the video also, you hear my voice also, and you all follow with me. Okay children? So children, shall we begin our EVS2 class? Okay. So the story of the past. Okay. Now we all know, we have finished up the lesson, and we all know of whose past we studied, of ours. Okay, of ours past. How earlier human beings, okay, how our ancestors, how they survived, how they emerged, we all studied. So let's begin. The children, the story of the past. This is our lesson. And then children, we have first, what did we study about the human beings, the early human beings? We studied that the early human beings were hunters and gatherers. They used to hunt animals, okay, and also what they used to do, they used to collect, okay, nuts, fruits, berries, eggs, and they hunted animals for food, and that's why they are called hunters or gatherers. Okay, and what they used to do, how they looked and act like, behave like apes. They looked and behaved like apes, okay, like a very big monkey. Okay, I have showed you already a picture of ape before. So they looked and behaved like monkey, and they were hunters and gatherers. So now let's move to next topic, stone tools. Yes, very important. The people, the early human beings, in order to cut the flesh, what they used to do, cut the flesh, dig the ground, okay, they used to make tools. And what is a tool? A tool is an object that is made for a specific function. Example, a pencil is made for drawings. Nowadays we use a pencil for drawing or writing. Similarly, what is a tool? A pencil is a tool. A tool is a specific, it's a thing which is made for a specific purpose. So a tool also, they used the tools for their various purposes, like for killing animals, for food, for cutting fruits and skins of animals, to dig the earth, clean the skins of animals. They used to make tools out of what they used to make? Out of stones. Yes, they used to make tools out of the stones. Large and heavy stones, small sharp stones, long and flat stones, sharp stones called scrapers. These are the various stone tools they have made with the help of stones. Now here children, you can see here also the parts of animals. They used to use the various parts of the animals, like bones were used for tools, weapons and jewelry, then meat for food, and skin for clothes. So these are the various parts of the animals. After killing the animals, they used to use the part of the animals for these various purposes. Now let's move. Yes, earlier, what is the next topic? Early human beings used to live in caves and ate food raw. Yes, the early human beings, what they used to do, they used to live in caves. And this is a cave. What is a cave? A cave is a hole in a mountain or in a hill, and they never used to eat cooked food, okay, because till then they never knew the use of fire. So they ate food raw, okay, raw food they ate. Next children, we come change in the face and bodies. How they change, how they look from the apes, their face changed to the present human beings, how their face changed, okay, how their bodies also change. So here we can see here In the beginning, early human beings looked like apes, we all know. But then what happened? They stopped living in trees. They were living in trees, okay, like apes, and then they began living on the ground. They were living on trees, but then they began living on the ground. They stopped walking on four legs. Four legs means they used to use their two hands, also two legs, for walking. But then they started walking straight, okay, with their legs on the ground and their hands at the front, straight. And what they used to do, they used to use their hands not for walking but for doing other things. So this is the change which came in their face and in their bodies. Now let's move. Fire, which is very important, okay, which is a very important discovery. And how was fire? How did they discover fire? How did they learn to make fire? Now children, fire was already there in nature, okay. When there was lightning, children, okay, what happened? Trees caught fire and used to burn, and the human beings, they saw that this fire, and from this fire the animals were afraid. So what happened? When the trees caught fire, they used to take the branches of the burning tree. They used to take the branches and they used to scare off the animals, and with the help of this fire they used to protect themselves from dangerous animals. Then what happened? When this fire was there, accidentally what happened? Meat and roots fell into the fire. Meat and roots, okay. Now when the early human beings, when they picked up the meat and roots from the fire, let it cool down, and they put it in their mouth, what they found, that it was tasty. Then they started to learn to eat cooked food. But then what they used to do, they used to wait for a lightning to burn a tree so that they can get fire. This was the first thing. But then slowly children, they learned to make fire. How? When they used to make tools, okay, they used to strike, children, two stones they used to strike. And what happened? From when they used to strike two stones very hard, what happened? Sparks used to come out, and these sparks, they used to, children, they saw that these sparks caught the fire. The dry grasses used to catch fire from these sparks, and in this way early human beings, they learned to make their own fires. Then children, we come to the next topic, that is farming, okay. We can see here farming. Early humans, what they used to do, they used to carefully observe nature. They saw that seeds, okay, whatever fruits they used to eat, or seeds from the trees used to fall into the ground, and then what happened? They grew into trees, and in this way they started learning to plant seeds on the ground and to get trees from them. And so they started farming, okay. They started to learn how to do farming. And how they used to store the seeds, okay. They used to keep the seeds, they used to plant it in the ground and used to get new plants. So in this way they learned how to do farming. Then next thing which the early human beings they did was, they invented wheels and they settled down in a place. Now how did they invent wheel? Now before, in order to carry a thing from one place to another, they used to carry it on their back. But then what did they see? They saw that, they observed, okay, rocks and logs rolling easily on land. They saw that rocks and logs were used to easily roll on land. So they used to put things, okay, which they needed to carry from one place to another on the rocks and logs, and then they used to carry them from one place to another, and this was very easy. And in this way they started using wheels. They started making wheels, okay. And what was the first wheel made of? The first wheel was made of stone, okay. Now let's move to the next topic, which we have as settling down, okay. Settling down. How did they were move, hunters and gatherers. They used to hunt animals. They used to go from one place to another. But then these children, they started to settle down in one place. And how did this happen? Let's see. So children, human beings traveled in search of food. When they started farming, they started staying in one place. They started making simple huts with the stems of plants and long leaves. They also used animal skins and bones to make foods. So children, when they started farming, they cannot move from one place to another because they have to take care of the plants. So what they used to do, they started making simple huts. If you remember, I showed you a picture of huts before. Early human beings, how huts they used to make of simple materials like plants and branches of trees. But then slowly they used to, and also they used to use animals skins and bones. But then slowly afterwards they started to learn to make stronger huts and houses. So children, we shall stop till here. We have not finished the recap of the lesson. In the next class, we will again do more the recap of whatever is left. Okay, we'll do the recap of the leftover part of the lesson. Okay, so children, I hope it has brushed up your memory. You are clear with the concept. And children, I hope you are preparing well for your unit test. Okay, so children, we shall stop till here. Have a good day and bye-bye.